It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. So for the Timberwolves, their last game, a loss to the Bulls at United Center. Playing above 500 in the last few weeks, not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. We'll get to see Chris Paul in action in this one, always a treat. And beyond his ability to put up numbers is his ability to lead, Kenny.
You know what? He's kind of like an old school throwback kind of player, Chris Paul. So can I describe him like an old school announcer?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, he's very intelligent there, Ernie. He's a skipper up there with the basketball. He's just able to get his teammates really to the basketball. I love that skippity-doo.
That was some old school Kenny doing an old reporter thing.
Ernie, you know I'm a businessman.
Are you not going to try to top that?
No, I just want to tell people about my new website that I just started.
What's it called?
It's called that'stheworstiheverheard.com, featuring Kenny trying to talk like an old school announcer.
He's a real skipper.
No, but Ernie, we throw around the term coach on the floor a lot, but Paul, he embodies that idea, especially today.
Hey, could you use your old school style and throw it to Kevin Harlan?
Kevin Harlan, this is going to be one dandy of a game. I'll see you later, 2K Sports crew. See you later.
Assembled here at the Target Center in Minneapolis, looking for the Timberwolves to have a victory here on their home floor. And we've got it for you live, right here on 2K Sports. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. And, of course, Patrick Beverly. Despite what he brought to this team in his absence, they've really taken off.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. but trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Houston. Ball out there with Gordon. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then there's Ryan Anderson. Then it's Nene in at the center position. And here's Houston. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
I mean, you can say it. The defense was awful. They took away nothing and got scored on relentless.
And I think it's safe to say at this point that Chris Paul is one of the all-time greats at that point guard position. Just so strong in his ability to lead a team both offensively and defensively. And you know, you get everything you want from him as a lead guard. I mean, he's not afraid of the big moment. Also willing to be that vocal leader that you often need at times. Let's see if ultimately he can be rewarded with a chance to play for a championship.
A floater and the layup good by Teague. Teague's got his first bucket of the night.
And Teague is just so calm and collected when he gets near the rim.
Paul kicks to Anderson. Pass to Gordon. The feed now to Nene. Just 5 on the clock. Ariza passes to Nene. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. You talk about Paul as one of the great point guards. He led the way in the NBA for a long time as it became a more guard-centric league. And you know all about guard play.
Yeah, great point. And you talk to the other guards around the NBA, and they'll recognize Paul as a pathfinder for this generation. Everyone admires his competitiveness and attention to detail. And when it's all said and done, history will look kindly on his accomplishment. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. At this point, Chris, would you say it is safe to say you can see who the true contenders are? Are we at that point yet?
Yeah, definitely. You can definitely see, and most of the times you know who they are at the beginning of the year. It's just up to them to prove you right or wrong.
And both free throws good for Nene. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. It's rebounded by Houston. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
And while they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
And this is where it may be hard for them to get motivated for this matchup. Maintain their focus because they've been so dominant against these guys.
Timberwolves trail. The dish to Towns. Stolen by Nene. One-on-one here. The shot. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Nene. Paul's got his second bucket. And Teague, here we go. The shot's good.
And if you give Teague a look at the lane, he'll take it without a second thought. He loves to drive to the rim.
Now here's Gordon. An 11-point game for him in the win against New Orleans.
And he's really balanced, getting his own shots and making plays for others. Finding that balance, total team contribution.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins from outside off the mark. The Rockets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Anderson dishes to Gordon. He kicks to Paul. Rocket 6. 3-pointer. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Minnesota will come the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of the game, and they just had so few opportunities, and I think that was their Achilles heel.
You're right, Kevin. Not being aggressive, not following up their own misses. They needed a little extra kick to get over the hump, but they never got it.
Gordon loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Gordon's got his first bucket in this one.
Not really nice there. Poor technique on the screen, but savvy scoring move to save that trip down the floor.
T kicks to Zhang. He dishes it to Crawford. He feeds it to Towns. Zhang. It's rebounded by Houston. And stolen by Wiggins. Teague the pass to Towns. Back to Teague. Timberwolves passing it around. Anderson against Zhang. And Teague has it in the corner. Paul with the steal. Outside Gordon. Lets it go with the three. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Crawford kicks to Teague. Dishes it to Towns. On the wing, Wiggins. Towns a screen on Ariza. A putback. Goes up again. Got a piece of it. And he gets it back. And Towns gets it to go.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Rockets have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game up. Anderson the screen. Paul kicks to Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Crawford dishes to T. Zhang a screen. Here's Wiggins. Here's Towns. It's deflected.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Paul kicks to Ariza. Paul passes to Gordon. Tries from the block. Jeff Teague with the rebound. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Here's Towns. Got a piece of it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nene. Timeout called. First of the game for Minnesota.
Timeout. Start it.
And if you're a Timberwolves fan, you have got to be ecstatic about the future of this team. I mean, as good a young talent as we have in our league, good cap space flexibility, and just a lot of positives moving forward.
And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Timberwolves.
And when you're riding on the upper end of the conference like these guys are, you usually have an excellent distribution of how and where you get your points. And these guys have a very effective offense, getting it done inside, outside, and from mid-range as well.
Now here's Wiggins. 17 points in his last outing. 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by Houston.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target. And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Gibson comes in for Zhang. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And Jones subbed in for Teague. Houston also making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. And Bahamute comes in for Ryan Anderson. And it's Brown in for Paul. Gordon's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Outside, Jones. 13 feet away. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Wiggins has got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves. To the right side. Here is Bahamute, tipped away. To the left side wing. Rush outside. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season. In the 3rd spot, the Timberwolves.
And a team that shares the ball will create opportunities for the right player to score.
The Rockets have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Gordon kicks to Brown. Out to the right wing. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Chris, who are some of the top defenders in the NBA?
Oh, well, I have to think you would start with Kawhi Leonard,
yes.
2-time Defensive Player of the Year. And don't forget about Tony Allen. How about Draymond Green?
Yes.
Those guys just locked down the defenders. Avery Bradley.
Yes.
Those are guys I think of when I think of lockdown defenders.
He misses the free throw. Bielitsa, he checks in for Andrew Wiggins. And he sinks the second. When you watch the Rockets play, you can bet your house that they are going to see a lot of free throws. And Chris, not only does this team get to the line a lot, but they also have a tendency to send their opponents there as well.
Well, they do get to the line at an alarming rate. This group has been in the top 3 of free throws attempted by teams for years now. They just know how to create contact.
Just 2 to shoot. Gibson for 3. Rebounded by Capella. Houston in the lead. Now the pass to Tucker. Back to Brown. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Minnesota's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And Jones has it in the corner. Kicks it to Aldridge. Gibson with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. It's Rush outside. Not going to go that time. And Houston the other way now. Deflects the pass. Here's Bielitsa. 11 points for him in that last game against Chicago. Jones for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. And Abamute kicks to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, Capella is just fantastic at dunking it home, leaving no mistake on these kinds of chances near the hoop.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Gibson kicks to Aldridge. Timberwolves passing it around. In the corner, Rush with it. Takes a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Rush has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Brown kicks it to Tucker. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's the floater. Some solid defense from Brown. For Houston, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. From deep. Good on the three-point shot. And the Rockets lead by 3.
Look, that's playing inside out, simply taking what the defense gives them.
Now Rush. Outside, Jones. Shot clock at 6. Launches a 3. Here's Gibson, and Capella sends it back. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Rockets leading by 3. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did have a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. He told me this is a fun night trying to slow down a team that's so smart and opportunistic. He said, look, we've scouted them, but this is the first time we've actually seen them this season. So it will be interesting to see if we can disrupt their offense and slow them down just a little bit. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. It sounds like the most important number for them today is opposing shooting percentage.
As it should be. I mean, this is an opponent that can go through some very hot stretches with the ball. So they've got to do what they can to limit those opportunities.
Yeah, I think that means bodying guys down, playing physical, doing whatever you can to force them out of their rhythm.
Here's Brown, following the score by Cole Aldridge. A shot, no good. And Minnesota now the other way. In the corner, Rush with it. Fires from deep, falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Out to the right wing. And Abamute kicks to Capella. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Now that's 2 fouls for him, and we aren't even far into this one. We might have to sit on the bench for a while to avoid picking up another one.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Minnesota. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Brown. Rockets have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here's Crawford. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, but what about the passing? Crisp, decisive. He racked up a ton of assists, impacted the game in a number of ways.
Here's Crawford. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. It's Bielitsa. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves lead by 1. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster. So important for any team.
Our bench is amazing. It's so exciting because when our bench comes in, more often than not, if we're losing, they're going to get us the lead. And if we have the lead, they're going to increase the lead. And it's fun to watch because everybody cheers for each other, too.
When your starters feel that good about their second unit guys, that's a heck of a asset that a team can have. And if you've seen Chris Paul cheering from the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
I mean, jumping passing lanes, pressuring the ball, really forcing their opponents into some of these mistakes.
Gorgie Dang is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And there's Teague, and it's Crawford, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Paul with the steal. And there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. That is his first foul of the game. Trevor Ariza's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Timberwolves leading by 3. Well, one thing that Chris Paul has always been known for is his presence, Greg, on the defensive end. Just a smart and fundamentally sound defender who knows certainly how to disrupt a ball handler.
No doubt. In the modern NBA, there are so many guards that can beat you one-on-one. But Paul makes your shots tougher than probably anybody else in the league. Still, with the quick hands, he will come up with more than his fair share of steals.
Look, that rebound was up for grabs to get, but his length really was the determining factor in him coming away with it.
Here's Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Towns has got 4 points in the quarter. Rockets trail by 5. Down low. Here's Nene. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
T kicks to Towns. A 15-footer. And Paul pulls it down.
Even though he's struggling with the shot, it hasn't stopped his team from getting in front and maintaining this lead.
Fast break, Minnesota. Teague's got the ball. Good on the shot. Towns has got the lead up to 5 now for Minnesota.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Paul dishes to Gordon. Nene kicks to Paul. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jeff Teague. One thing that sets Towns apart from the other big men, Greg, is just how well he can stretch the floor as a 7-footer.
And you like about Towns is that range. Just how easy he shoots the basketball. I mean, looks very confident taking the few threes he did as a rookie. You have to respect his outside shot, which makes him a nightmare of a matchup.
The first one falls. Well, it sure feels like more and more the league is demanded now. More players with skill at every position. Guys, Chris, who can dribble and pass and shoot. Do you think you'd have been even more valued if you played in today's game?
You know what? A legend once told me not to kind of look back and compare or to wonder about what could have been. And I don't know. I do like the fact that when I had that skill set, it was appreciated by my coach, teammates, and some fans. But for most people back then, they would say you're trying to do too much, or it doesn't mean anything to have 5 assists a game or to get guys involved. And, you know, for me, I just thought that the more you can do, the better you are at all skill sets, the more you kind of make yourself valuable to your team, the more you should be on the court, and it validates that. So for me, I just took all my favorite players and I stole from them. I wanted to be like them, and I thank the generations that came before me that allowed me to see what the game should look like, and then, you know, add my own little style and flair to it and do my own thing.
Good point. Wiggins, good D by Ariza.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Paul passes to Anderson. Paul against T. Anderson with the screen for Paul. The kick out to Anderson. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Anderson's got it all tied up now for Houston.
He has to take that wide open 3, even though that's not his bread and butter.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. And so here is Houston after the basket by Minnesota. Outside Gordon. Back to Nene. Shot clock at 5. With the shot. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way in. Nene's got 6.
Heads up, aggressive move. The smaller man on him takes him right to the rim.
T kicks to Towns. On the wing, Wiggins. Towns, the screen. Count it. He's got 6.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
Paul kicks to Nene. He's up top. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Ariza isn't a guy you build a team around, Chris, but he is a solid starter in the NBA.
And he's a guy that's supposed to get more credit for his tenacity on the defensive end. His frame and defensive fundamentals allow for a lot of flexibility from his coach. He still has fast hands and is always up there in steals when the season comes to a close.
And he can't get the first one.
And during Ariza's career, he has established himself as an effective role player and fantastic outside shooter and a tenacious defender.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Gorgui Dieng. And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
Kev, whenever I see Trevor Ariza out there, I can't help but think of how he came into the spotlight. He went from being a role player early to becoming a major part of teams after his stint with the Lakers. He said he learned a lot from playing with Kobe.
They set the pick. Crawford outside. And he's good on the three ball. Now it's a 5-point Minnesota lead.
I tell you what, he's got an unreal feel for that corner three. Huge mistake to give him that shot uncontested.
Here's Paul. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's on Jeff Teague.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
And with Ariza, part of his progression was natural, but he knows that he made a huge jump after he played with Kobe in L.A.
Well, I thought his quote about playing against Kobe was great. I mean, he said, the first time I played against Kobe, he scored 40 on me. The last time I guarded him, he scored 35. So I guess I got a little bit better. You know what? Great sense of humor. Just glad to see it.
He hits both from the stripe. While the casual fan, sometimes sitting further away from the court, doesn't always hear all the talking that's going on between the players, among the players. Chris, on the floor, how important is that communication between teammates, among players on the same team on the floor?
Great question, Kevin. I mean, it's tremendously important. You know, let's just think about some plays. Over 60% of the plays in games are pick and roll plays. So when you think about that, the big man has to communicate to the guard, or he's going to get his head knocked off on every type screen. Also, the big fellas in the back of the defense, they're the ones that can see the floor and everything on the floor that's going on. So it's very important that they communicate from the back. Also, guards communicating the play calling, whether offensively or defensively. So communication is very important, and yeah, it's a lot of fun if you're a fan. If you can ever get a ticket down close, you know, hey, you'll hear some funny stuff out there.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, a lot of Thunder fans still lamenting the trade of James Harden to the Rockets a couple of years ago when he became a superstar. But Harden doesn't. He said recently, "This is beyond my expectations. If I'd stayed in OKC, I'd still be in a good situation, but I don't think the sneaker deal and these other opportunities would have happened." He added, "Look, this is a grind. Every time you lose, you're blamed. For me, it's about continuing to work and focusing on what I can control." Kevin?
He deserves that top billing, DA. Thanks. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Bielitsa, he checks in for Crawford. And Jones subbed in for Teague. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Capella's checked in. Now here's Wiggins. He has 6. Jones kicks to Towns. Rebounded by Capella.
Excellent D to force that miss there. That took real courage to risk being on a poster, being he's one of the best dunkers in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Jones, following the score by Trevor Ariza. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Jones. 8 points for Andrew Wiggins.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Karl Anthony Towns with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
Well, the crowning moment for the Rockets' franchise history has to be their back-to-back titles in '94 and '95. Jordan was out of the league, and it was time to shine for Houston. Hakeem Olajuwon led their team to their only 2 titles in franchise history.
Minnesota making some changes. Aldridge comes in for Towns, and it's Rush in for Wiggins. And the Rockets with possession here. It's a 3-point game. And with the Rockets' pair of titles, what a scrappy group of teams those were. Drexler and Olajuwon were the stars, but everyone could play on their team.
Well, what is really wild about the '95 run is that the Rockets were a 6th seed. That was the lowest seeded team to ever win the NBA Finals.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Brown kicks it to Tucker. That falls. Great assist by Bobby Brown. Tucker's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Rush. He's got 6. Launches a 3. And Mbamute pulls it in. Houston's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And it's Brown missing.
Beautiful execution in terms of creating space for his shot. He just couldn't get that one to fall.
Minnesota in the lead. To the inside. Jones. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Beautiful lead pass. The finisher never has to break stride.
The Timberwolves shooting their first foul shot of the night. Now here's Brown. Over in the corner, Mbamute. Capella kicks it to Tucker. Inside. Here's Capella. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Wow, and the big man Capella has proven to be a reliable role player, a strong physical presence who takes smart shots and contributes well on D. But when you watch Clint Capella play, you notice how smooth he moves for a center of his size. He gets off the floor easily to contest shots or grab boards. He can cover a lot of space in a short amount of time when acting as the help defender.
That free throw, no good. And with Capella in his movement, you also like what it does for him in transition.
Well, don't forget, Capella has that deceptive length, too. You don't think he can take off from that far out and get a shot. But all of a sudden, boom, he's dunking right there on your dome or throwing your shot out to the 3rd row for a souvenir for some kid to take home.
Second free throw, no good. Minnesota leading by 5. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see 2 tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
You know, and John Stockton, the only player to have cracked the 3,000 barrier in terms of career steals. You ask the fans about Stockton, and it's his passing they'll remember. But if you ask the players he's played up against, they'll tell you it's his defense that was just as sharp.
And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Brown. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Jones against Brown. Jones kicks to Aldridge. That one good for 2. Aldridge has got 4 points in the quarter.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
And the dunk by Capella.
Not a tall, towering guy for a center, but boy, he can really get up.
Timberwolves leading by 3. They set the pick, and Rush kicks to Jones. Here's Bielitsa, guarded by Tucker. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Clock at 6. Back to Aldridge. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Aldridge has got 8 points.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Now, here's Tucker. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New Orleans. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. 1:41 left in the first half. And Rush kicks to Jones. There's the screen. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Okay, a chance to check out stats for P.J. Tucker. How his last 10 games have gone. He's right around 9 points a night, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
Brown against Jones. Capella dishes to Tucker. The 10-footer. Rebound by Bielitsa. And there's the foul. It will go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Timberwolves shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
The first free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And for the uninitiated, Mike D'Antoni has a bit of a unique offensive approach. Likes, in fact, Chris, to create a lot of chances for his team by pressing the tempo.
Well, he creates a lot of chances and doesn't mind the early shot. He'll go with the undersized 4 to help push the tempo. It's all about getting easy transition buckets for D'Antoni. Well, he can be a sneaky cover inside enough game to convert in traffic. He just recorded his third foul of the half. Coach has to consider resting him to the third quarter.
The Timberwolves shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Tyus Jones at the line for 2.
And the first one drops.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in. And so Jones nails both of them.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And so it's Houston with it, trailing by 5. Feeds it to Tucker. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Aldridge has got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Rockets trail by 5. Here is Mbamute out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Minnesota's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Jones with it. 8 points his last outing. Passes it to Rush. Aldridge kicks to Jones. Drilled it right as the clock hit all zeros.
Wow, what a clutch shot. He's got nerves of steel.
Woo. Nice, able to keep his composure in the game's biggest moment. That's all about confidence, folks.
And so we conclude the first half. The Timberwolves on top. They're up by 7. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Karl Anthony Towns. An impressive first half and a nice start for you guys. How did that happen?
I mean, yeah, we had some great days of practice. You know, this is what happens when you got some days off.
Got the spring in your step again. Thanks, Karl Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. They gathered some serious momentum in the second quarter, and as well as they played, it's a little bit of a surprise that their lead isn't more than 7 points here at the half. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's gone up, everybody goes for it. It's just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Rockets?
Their lack of execution surprised me. You know, they had a lot of turnovers off sloppy ball handling, which goes back to the fundamentals. And I know we say it all the time, just make the simple play. And this is why. Without giving away possessions, they'd be a lot closer in this game.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
The buildings of downtown Minneapolis all lit up on this lovely evening. Welcome back, everyone, to the Twin Cities. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
He's just been terrific. This is what they needed from him.
Earning a double-double for the night is awesome, but doing it in one half, he is out hustling everybody.
Timberwolves leading by 7, and on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. They've got Anderson. Paul out there with Gordon. Then there's Nene. And it's Ariza in at the small forward. And Tang gets it to go.
Excellent inside move. He beats the defense to the punch.
Houston's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Nene, the screen. Paul kicks to Nene. Ariza has the open look. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they continue to control the glass.
Crawford against Paul. Pass to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Crawford kicks to Zhang. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Nene. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far.
And every time he's pulled up from deep and let it fly, it's found a way to catch iron. Not sure if it is something with his release or the defense is bothering him on his threes, but I would expect him to attack the rim a bit just to kind of mix things up.
And he knocks down the first one.
Out of sync at the line, it's really been a consistent problem for this team.
And so Nene nails both of them. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. T kicks to Towns. Towns, the screen. Here's Wiggins. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Wiggins has got the lead up to 9 now for Minnesota.
Not really nice there. Poor technique on the screen, but savvy scoring move to save that trip down the floor.
Crawford against Gordon. Pass to Paul. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You can tell that's the game plan on defense. They don't want to allow him to take many shots inside.
And, you know, everyone knew that Karl Anthony Towns was going to be good, but I don't think anybody thought he could have the kind of season he put together last year. I mean, incredible numbers to start his career. And while everyone say, yeah, he's going to be a solid #1 pick, I think he's far more than that. He is a cornerstone of this franchise. And if he stays healthy and on this track, you're talking about a future Hall of Fame.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Paul outside. They set the pick. Here's Ariza. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. That one is on Towns. And another thing you notice with Towns, the numbers have been pretty phenomenal, especially last season as a rookie. Starting to draw now a lot of comparisons, Greg, to another former Wildcat, Anthony Davis.
And both do share a lot in common. Had similar statistical outputs their rookie year. But one thing I like about Towns, he's been durable. Hasn't dealt with the injury as much here early on.
Good point. And he's good on the second. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. T kicks to Towns. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And just a little bit ragged defensively.
Well, somebody needs to wake them up and tell them they need to put forth a much better effort on D if they want to get back in this one.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. The free throw drops for Towns. Now a timeout called by Houston. Karl-Anthony Towns with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's just hitting everything out there. The defense looks utterly dumbfounded in terms of how to slow him down.
Review some numbers for Ryan Anderson. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Now here's Paul. He has 7. The feed to Nene. Back to Paul. 5 on the clock, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Houston.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
Free throw no good for Nene. Minnesota leading by 9. Crawford, no one around him. They grab their own miss. A second chance effort. Can't capitalize inside. Rockets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Gordon. And slam dunk by Nene.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe, and it's Wiggins missing.
That's just an outstanding job by the D there to get in his way without fouling and changing the direction of that shot.
To the inside, and Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 19 points. And so here is Houston, 9-point game. On the wing, Gordon. Nene down low, defended by Towns. Nene, the pass to Gordon. 5 on the clock. And Nene with the basket on the assist by Gordon. 14 points for Nene. Timberwolves leading by 7. Down low. It's deflected and stolen by Ariza. Poked loose.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts. A three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
They are up in this game right now, and he is one of the reasons why, given his stellar shooting from the field.
Taj Gibson's checked in for the Timberwolves. And with the emergence of Dennis Schroeder as a viable starting point guard in Atlanta, the stage was set for Jeff Teague to be traded elsewhere.
Yeah, and Teague is a player who rightfully drew a lot of interest around the league. An athletic slasher and dangerous pick-and-roll operator. You knew he'd land on his feet.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been training everything they've put up this month. The Timberwolves second.
And really, the basketball IQ has just evolved. Just the way they move the ball and share it. They always find good looks.
Free throw good from Trevor Ariza. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Towns. Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza. Here's Teague. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. There's Crawford with the three. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crawford.
And let's review some numbers for Chris Paul. Second in three-point field goal percentage. Third in assists. And he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
Rockets trail by 8. There's the dish to Gordon, and Anderson has it in the corner. He kicks it to Paul. Shot clock at 6. The jump hook. Here's Nene, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to go on Cole Aldrich. And that one falls for Nene. And both free throws good for Nene.
And typically not this reliable at the line, but tonight he's been terrific.
Here's Gibson. And Eric Gordon pulls it down.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
That's what I'm talking about. That's just picture-perfect defense there. Really stifled his man and gave him no chance at a clean look.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota. This is his first free throw of the game. 2 shots. And the first one drops.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Timberwolves leading by 5. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got assist number 8 now on the night. Rockets are gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Paul dishes to Anderson. Outside Gordon. Goes up at the stripe. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Crawford outside. Timberwolves keep it alive.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
Paul against Teague. Anderson a screen on Teague. Paul. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Paul's got 9.
The signature burst down the lane helps them nip away at the lead.
Gordon kicks to Paul. Offensive rebound. Here's Nene. And Aldridge sends it back. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Some changes for Minnesota. Bielitsa is checked in for Wiggins. Rush comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Jones subbed in for Jeff Teague. Down low, got a piece of it. Now Rush. He has 6. Here's Gibson, and he converts the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And Tucker has it in the corner. He dishes it to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Here's Rush. Outside, Jones. They set the screen. Dishes it to Aldridge. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Solid defense. They weren't going anywhere against them there.
Minnesota leading by 6. Rebounded by Tucker.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
That is phenomenal work down there in the thick of it. This is the kind of D you want to see from him every time down the court.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Goes back up. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Houston the other way. And here is Paul. 9 points in the game so far. Here is Mbamute. Soft touch off the glass.
And just dropping the ball down inside, a timely assist.
Minnesota's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Outside Gibson. It's Bielitsa. Another miss by Minnesota. Rockets trail by 4. Paul outside. Jones kicks to Aldridge. And it's good. 2 points. Aldridge has got 10 points.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Over to the wing. Back to Paul. With the teardrop, and that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 11.
That's an aggressive approach to the rack, but still he calmly floated it in.
Here's Rush. He's got 6. There's a screen. Jones kicks to Gibson. And the pass to Bielitsa. Off target from outside. Rockets trail by 4. Houston moving the ball around.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Well, yeah, and you have to give him credit too. Makes the right read, go straight to the rim.
Jones for 3. The shot misses.
He could not have been more wide open. I'm sure he's kicking himself for missing out.
Tucker, the pass to Mbamute. 1:27 left in the third quarter of the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Tucker. For the tie. And there's the foul. Goes on Taj Gibson. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. No good on that one. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Brown, he's checked in for Chris Paul. He hits the second from the line. Minnesota in the lead. They set the pick. Jones for 3. Offensive rebound. Aldridge, no good. Houston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart.
Well, I think a big issue for him right now is his performance from the mid-range. Just nothing seems easy for him at the moment, and it's resulted in a lot of missed opportunities for himself and his team when he's taking that shot.
Tied up with that one. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for the Timberwolves. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. 59 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Jones kicks to Towns. No good off the back of the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Jones against Brown, and Brown over to help. Here's Bielitsa. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. 6 to shoot. Here's Towns, and he uses the glass on the layup. Towns has got 12 now in this quarter.
David versus Goliath, except this time, the bigger man wins this one.
Now, here's Brown. It up and released it in time, but it's off the mark. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Timberwolves lead by 1. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Defensively, make sure we're all getting rebounded. No second shots. In transition, everyone talking. No open threes in transition.
And Tom Thibodeau wanting his team to pay particular attention to certain areas of their defense.
Yeah, taking care of the defensive boards, allowing no easy baskets on the fast break. These are key elements in terms of you having success.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Zhang. Then there's Towns. Then there's Teague. And it's Crawford at the 2 guard. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's Gordon. Shoots from 12. And nothing but air on that one. And Teague has it in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta. Teague's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Timberwolves. Rockets trail by 4. Brown kicks to Gordon. Feeds it to Nene. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Man, an utter defensive failure at a crucial part of the game. That's just not what you need.
Now here's Wiggins. Kicks it out to Crawford. Goes back up. Passes it to Teague. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Teague's got 5 points now in the quarter. Teague's gone 4 of 6 from the floor here tonight. Brown. Towns with the defensive effort. Timberwolves leading by 4. Crawford outside. And Eric Gordon pulls it down. Gordon's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
His offense remains mostly absent, but he still has been a team player in helping get them the lead. Is he trying to get a shoe contract deal? Because he's showing no interest in moving the ball right now. He's trying to make a one-man commercial. He's just content to try to get his points, and that's all.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Teague dishes to Wiggins. Teague against Brown. Teague can't hit.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
Well, that's just a stupendous effort by him right there. He stopped him dead in his tracks.
And it's Wiggins missing. Rockets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Towns with the steal. Brown against Teague. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Dang. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 9th assist in the game now. Brown outside. Tries it from 9. No good on that one. Great D that time from Teague. A 3 ball. It's rebounded by Houston. Nene's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Gordon, the pass to Nene. Here's Ariza. Wiggins with some nice D.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. The drive by Gordon. And the layup is good.
Oh, tough play. Boy, did he have to fight to get that one to the rim.
Teague with the ball. At the top of the key, Jang. To the middle, off the pick. And the dunk by Towns.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Now Brown. Outside Gordon. Puts it up. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Great instincts on the assist. Times that play perfect.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's Wiggins, and the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Here's Gordon, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Chris Paul's checked in for the Rockets. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
T kicks to Zhang. They set the pick to the middle. Here's Towns. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Towns has got 16 here in the second half. Paul dishes to Gordon. 2 points. That one goes. And the Rockets lead by 1.
He's feeling it this half. Total turnaround after a rough first half.
Towns sets the pick for Teague. In the corner, it's Zhang. Back to Teague. He's looking for Wiggins and finds him. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And he has slipped into a funk. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, everybody goes through slumps. You can't let it get to him, though. Everyone makes mistakes on the floor. You just have to always be thinking about the next play.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Just a great job there from Teague to locate where his teammate was and get the ball to him on time.
And here's Gordon. The drive by Paul. He got right to the cup using that screen.
That's good. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Crawford to the paint. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Crawford. Crawford's got 4 assists now tonight.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Sometimes you get into a zone for a few games and the basket seems as if it's wide as the ocean.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. T kicks to Wiggins. Paul with the steal. Inside. Kicks it out to Gordon. He tries for 3. It's hauled in by Jamal Crawford. Minnesota shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. To the middle. They get a hand on it.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
Yeah, just outworking guys in there, being accountable, being a leader by example.
And we see the growth of the three-point shooting big man, the stretch 4, if you will. Ryan Anderson was at the forefront, it seems, of that movement.
Yeah, especially at his volume of threes. He's never been just a secondary floor spacer. He's a go-to scoring threat with his outside shooting.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Gibson's checked in. Free throw, good, Anderson.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. Both free throws good from Anderson.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Wiggins, nice spin off the left rim and in.
I tell you, he picked a tough time to start struggling. Only 1 of 6 from the field here in the 4th quarter.
Left side Anderson. There's the 3. Rebound by Dang. Zhang's got 5 rebounds tonight. A three-pointer. Wiggins buries the long-range jumper. And it's now only a 1-point Rocket lead.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Gordon kicks to Anderson. Anderson can't get that one to fall. Minnesota's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Now here's Crawford. Six on the shot clock. Here's Gibson. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it looks like he got to that shot just after it reached its apex. Those can be tough ones to gauge.
Gordon kicks to Capella. Paul outside. Crawford with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it. And too long on the shot.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Well, that's just not wise to take that shot in that situation. He'll think better of it next time around.
Free throw missing.
And he's letting a lot of points get away at the free throw line tonight. It's got to be frustrating to have all that hard work not pay off.
The second free throw, good.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Gibson with a screen on Gordon. Here's Crawford. That one goes. Count it. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Ball against T. High arcing shot. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Wiggins, plenty of space. No good on the shot, so Houston will take it the other way. Here's Gordon. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Gordon's got it all tied up now for Houston.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Gibson up top, defended by Anderson, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Oh, I love the anticipation on that play. Might have stolen it if he were there just about a half a step sooner.
Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Chang, he's checked in for Taj Gibson. And they're in position to take the lead.
And how big would a bucket be at this stage of the game?
Anderson up top. Rebound by Dang. Chang's got 7 rebounds in the game. Teague with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. Anderson with the block. Paul with the ball. To the paint. It's tipped. 1:37 left in the 4th quarter. Got a piece of it.
Oh, tremendous reach on the block by Ariza, making a real effort on defense.
A three-pointer. Wiggins. The Rockets pull it in. Anderson's got 8 rebounds in this game. Ariza goes in. Over in the corner, Paul. The Rockets again can't hit. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Again, Wiggins missing.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Well, it hasn't been his best, just to say the least. He just needs to calm down out there and let the game.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Oh, you love how physical Ariza is, just attacking the D and earning the call in the process.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Now that's a nice trip to the line, maintaining focus in a tight battle so far.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Gordon against Crawford. Shoots from 14. He's off on that one. Gordon with the defensive effort. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus. Yeah, easy call.
The first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And the Rockets making a change here. Nene's checked in. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Making this a 2-possession game. That's the benefit of knocking down the easy ones.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're down by 4. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He told them we've got to make the most of every chance right now. This is a winnable game, but we've got to make plays. Guys, we'll see if we can come back.
Deep 2 from Crawford. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And so they foul intentionally. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. And the Timberwolves call time here. They're down by 5. 23 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And a quick bucket and a foul is really the only option at this point.
You're right, Greg, and just as important, they need to talk about who they want to foul. Plenty of things to consider here.
Here's Teague. To halt the run, sinks it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
These are the moments that Jeff Teague lives for. He loves close games.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 5-point game. Minnesota calls timeout. They're behind by 5. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Gordon, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Now that's killer instinct at the line, helping them pull away a little.
Jones, the pass to Aldridge. Crawford dishes to Jang. Looking to get back on track here. The shot, no good. So we see the Rockets get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, what does a win like this do for you at this time of the season?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back-to-back next week, so hopefully it just gives us a little momentum.
We'll see if we can keep it going again. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin. Now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Nene. I don't know what his coach told him at halftime, but he came into that third quarter looking like he had something to prove.
He executed the game plan as a scorer. It was by design that the team was going to try to get him good shots, but it was going to be up to him to make those shots. But I don't think anyone thought he'd make them at that high level of efficiency.
It's amazing how often he was able to slash right through the defense and get to the rim for an easy deuce. Come on, man. They couldn't stop his penetration, Ernie. All those points he racked up from the paint made a big difference.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and for the rest of the 2K Sports crew, the best in the business. This is Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.